can you get an infection with dermal filler?
Yes, you absolutely can. So dermal filler is a hyaluronic acid. Think of it almost like a hair gel consistency. It is a lovely sugary molecule. So bacteria love it, unfortunately. So that's why when you have treatment, we are very pedantic about you not having makeup on, because that is an infection risk. And if you do, we will triple cleanse your face and then also use the antibacterial wash prior to your treatments.
Yep.
And then before every injection, we're also using the alcohol swabs. Afterwards, I'm putting on a barrier cream, which is also antibacterial. And that's why when we talk about post-care and following it, particularly after dermal filler, it is so important that you don't wear makeup for at least 24 hours.
Yeah.
Because you think you've got these tiny little holes, and if you see them under a microscope, there's actually this like fascinating photo that goes around on social media. If I see it again, hopefully, because my phone's listening to me, if I see it again in the next few days, I'll pop it up on my stories. But it's incredible. Under a microscope, you know, you just think it's tiny, like we use tiny needles, so you think it's this tiny little hole. Under a microscope, it looks massive. And you think you get makeup, you get dirt and things like that. Yes, you can get an infection. Now, it's really rare if you follow the post-care, and obviously as a clinic that we're treating you in a very clean, suitable way, and we're really minimizing that risk. But so important you follow that post-care, because if you do get an infection, it's really like traumatic for the patient, because we have to put them on, you know, a long course of antibiotics, and sometimes we will also have to dissolve the filler because, you know, the infection will happen in a way that, you know, antibiotics just aren't cutting it, and then we have to dissolve it all and, you know, potentially start again, and then the patient might not actually want to go through with that. So infections are super rare. I, you know, hand on my heart, none of my patients have actually ever had an infection, which is amazing. But I've obviously seen a lot of cases, particularly online, that people have shared, and it's nasty. So really important, if, you know, you only follow one thing after filler, don't put makeup on.
Don't put makeup on, please. I mean, like with every injection, there's always a risk of infection, isn't there?
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's why we also cringe, like if people come in with like 3 layers of makeup on, and because we know, okay, so the first 15 minutes we're going to spend scrubbing your makeup off. That's also why we do kindly ask if you come in fresh-faced. You know, it makes our assessment so much better, particularly if we're trying to look at your skin too. But it also means we can just, you know, get straight into your treatment, you know, cleaning you ready for the treatment, rather than spending all this time taking your makeup off as well.
Exactly.
And sometimes people come with makeup that's so thick, I'll be like, triple cleanse, and I'm like, I have to do a 4th cleanser. Like, I just feel like you cannot get it off, and then
that takes out of the appointment
time
as well.
It does.
Yeah.